out of shape.
Story of our
Very,
lives.
it's very challenging.
Really?
And it's super simple class. I
Oh,
can't believe I used to do all this.
that's so crazy. I think that's wonderful. Well, you'll have to tell me more about it sometime, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. So tonight's practice is, it's going to be a mindful grounding practice. So we're really going to, I don't know, I think just all of the connection with the great outdoors, the earth. Grounding is kind of my go-to. It's the thing that when I think about grounding, when I think about really connecting, when I think about just being a part of something that's so substantial and unwavering and supportive, it just kind of immediately brings me into a calmer state of mind. So it had been a while since we did one that was just thinking and really invoking ideas about groundedness in. So we're going to do that tonight. So we're going to begin. I did ask for you to have a blanket. We're going to begin in a seated Baddha Konasana. So go ahead and bring a blanket, maybe folded just a little bit so that you can bring the tailbone and the back side of your seat onto the blanket, and then we'll bring the feet together. We did a focus on Baddha Konasana earlier this week, so you can bring some of those cues back into your memory. Bringing the feet together. Just begin by feeling your legs, making sure that the legs feel at ease to begin. They don't have to come up real near the groin or the belly, but if you want to make it a wider Baddha Konasana, if that's more comfortable for you this evening, feel free to do so. But we will draw up and find our support. And just go ahead and let your hands rest on your feet. You can bring them to the knees if you prefer, but I like the idea of really concentrating and thinking about the energy and the connection that our feet presents as we move through the day and as we ground ourselves to the earth. So just start by dropping in. Close the eyes or let the gaze come down the nose. Just listen to your breath. Easy, calm, natural breath. Get a sense of the rhythm of your breath as it stands right now without any extra control. You may even feel the beating of your own heart. Listen to this awareness of your own body. And then start to feel that connection of your seat to the mat. Primary place at this point that we are connecting with the earth. And get a sense of the immense foundation under your seat. Reaching for miles and miles and thousands of miles in every direction, and yet connecting to you in this one singular space. Allow your body to feel a little bit heavy. Allow that weight to simply sink down into the earth. Sinking and connecting, becoming one, grounding you, holding you, safe and secure. And picture, if you will, roots sprouting from your body and your seat and finding their way down into the earth, further connecting you, attaching you, holding you in place so that no matter what happens in your day-to-day life, whatever emotions tend to send you off kilter, those roots will remain and hold you steadfast in place. Release any tension or any feeling of gripping. See if you can unclench your body just a little bit more. Let yourself reside in this cradle of support. And then whatever you've let go of, whatever you've unclenched, see if you can picture a light breeze running over and around you and carrying that tension away. Just sit with this visualization for another minute or so. And perhaps invoke our affirmation for our practice. I am grounded. I am rooted. I am grounded. I am rooted. Now draw that breath in a little deeper. Go ahead and open your eyes. Release your hands. Gently bring your hands to your knees. Sit back just a little bit so that you can help draw those knees up to center. And just wrap your arms around your knees, round your back, and take a little seated cat stretch. Inhale, come on up. And from here, we will take that blanket out. Go ahead and keep that nearby. We'll probably use that in just a moment. Come on up to tabletop and then press yourself back to a sweet, gentle child's pose. Let your knees come open if that feels good. Let the torso drape down toward the mat. Your tailbone pressing down. Breathe into your lower back. Now feel that connection point to the earth with both arms, your hands, your legs, the top of your feet. And visualize once again that expanse of the foundation underneath you. Those roots are still there. They're still attached. I am grounded. I am rooted. Inhale, come on up to your tabletop. Take that blanket once again, or a large towel if you're using that. Unfold it so that it's not very thick. Go ahead and bring your knees back down on it. We'll just be on the knees for a few minutes, and I thought this would feel better. So set back up into tabletop once you have that support in place. Once you do, you'll just bring your knees out wide. We're going to bring them out toward the edges of the mat. And then press back, press your sits bones back. Bring your right arm up, draw it up toward the ceiling, and then thread it through, coming into threading the needle, coming down on the outside of the right ear and on the right shoulder. Left arm is going to stretch forward. Melt your heart down. Open up the upper back. Feel the shoulder blades releasing, creating space to allow all of that connective tissue to get unstuck. All those little knots that arise underneath the scapula. Stretch them out, let the blood flow assist. Breathe here. Three nice deep breaths. Feel that breath come down into the low belly. Release out, soften down. And then slide your left hand back. Press down into the left palm, unwind. Bring the right arm back up. Once again, press back with your hips. Left arm is going to sweep up, thread it through the right, and stretch going the other way. Right arm sliding forward so that you can rotate the heart down and get the maximum amount of benefit from this beautiful upper back stretch. Breathe here, feeling those shoulder blades sliding away from each other. Let your head and neck soften down, your shoulders soaking down into the earth. Breathe deeply, feel that breath all the way down to the belly and diaphragm. Release your tailbone. Release the lower back. 3 more breaths here. And then slide your right hand back. Press down into the right palm, unwind. Set back up in your tabletop position. All right, so from here, we're going to take the left foot from our tabletop position. Draw the left foot forward. Once it's behind your left hand, heel toe the foot so that your foot actually comes center of the mat. So it's really behind your hands. It's not way up in front, but it's center in the mat. And then we'll pivot on the left knee, bringing the left foot over to the left. Then you're going to rise up, press down through the left foot, windmill the arms open, and you'll come into a low supported warrior two. I almost said lawyer two. Hope that wasn't Freudian. Press down into the left foot. Externally rotate your left thigh so that you're rolling that thigh open, just like we would if we were in standing warrior. Hands reaching in opposition, heart lifts, but provide some softness in your shoulders. Breathe here, rooting down through now your feet, your thigh, your knees. Drop your right hand to your right thigh. Lift your left arm up. Reach the arm up toward the ceiling. Get a stretch in the intercostals, the ribs. Exhale, come back to your low warrior two. Again, reach and lift. Exhale, warrior two. One more time, reach and lift. Exhale, low warrior two. Right arm comes around, we'll come back down, slide the left foot back, set back up in tabletop for a breath, press back to extended child. See if you can walk your hands forward with your fingers, reaching, extending, feeling that stretch underneath both of your armpits. Breathe in deeply here. Beautiful stretch across the front part of the chest, the pectoralis. And then inhale, come back up to tabletop. Drawing the right foot forward this time, sliding it up behind the left hand, and then heel toeing it once so that it comes mid-mat. Pivot on the left knee this time. Press down into your right foot, lift up, windmill the arms, coming into that low warrior two once again. Create space between the ears and the shoulders. Lift the chest. Breathe and feel supported. I am grounded and rooted. Left hand comes to left thigh, right arm reaches up, open up the side body. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach down. One more time, inhale, up. Exhale, low warrior two. Left arm comes around. Come back down, slide that right foot back into tabletop, and once again press back into extended child. Breathe into your lower back, drop the tailbone down. Find your ease. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Come to tabletop again. Take your blanket and fold it over, and then make sure that you have it on your right side of your mat. You might even fold it once or twice so that it's already in a relatively small folded position. Just have it there for something that we may need later. All right. So from our tabletop, let's lift the knees off the mat, press back to downward facing dog. Keep the knees soft since we haven't really extended and done any stretching through the backs of the legs yet. So knees can be nice and soft. Maybe pedal the feet, pressing up one glute at a time, just stretching those muscle groups. And then go ahead and lift both heels off the mat. Press the sits bones up toward the ceiling. Lower abs lift up and back, navels pressing toward the spine. Inhale here. Exhale, cleansing breath out. Again. One more time. Drop your heels down. Bring your feet to the outer edges of the mat so you're in a wide-legged downward facing dog. We're going to take the right hand and slide that right hand back, bringing it toward your left toes or ankle. They don't have to touch. Just reach toward that left foot. And as you do, allow the right shoulder to drop down. Maybe gaze underneath your left armpit. Slide the right hand back to downward facing dog, 4-point. Then bring your left hand, slide it towards your right toes or ankle. Allow the left shoulder to just drape down, supporting yourself on 3 legs. Perhaps look up under your right armpit. Just a little twist here in the upper back. Slide that left hand back up. Bring the feet together. Walk them toward the front of the mat. Tiptoeing up to the front. Use your blocks as needed for your hands to reach the earth. Let your head hang down. Inhale here. Give your head a nice open, just yes, no shake. Let all the troubles or anything that you want to release from the day just slide right off. And then inhale, come up halfway, hands to shins. Press your shoulders away from your ears, come to a flat back. Navel's drawing in. Breathe here in Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, refold again. Inhale, this time coming all the way up. Arms are going to reach overhead. Extend, press down through the soles of the feet. Feel those roots engage, solidifying you to the earth's crust. Fingers reaching up as you inhale. Exhale to a slight back bend. Lift the heart. Inhale, upward facing hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels up. We're going to round the back, stretch forward, and end up in a strong plank. Exhale, drop the knees, press back to extended child, an active extended child with forearms and the elbows lifted. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Going through that twice more with the breath. Inhale, roll the back, come forward, cat stretch to plank. Exhale, drop the knees, press back to extended child. Inhale, rock forward to table. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Roll the back forward. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, extended child. Inhale, rock forward to table. Exhale, downward facing dog. I am grounded. I am rooted. Walk those feet forward, come to the front of the mat. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Flatten and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms reaching overhead. Interlace the back 3 fingers, index fingers and thumbs pointing upward. Your arms are framing your ears. Root down through your feet. Plug in those mountain legs as those roots become strong and unmoving. Inhale up and then exhale, crescent bend toward the left, stretching and feeling that energy going all the way up the right part of the body. Inhale, lift up higher. Exhale, extend your crescent. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, bending on to the right side this time. Lifting and stretching through the left side body. Use that breath. Keep the feet plugged in. All 4 corners of the feet rooted down. Unmoving, unchanging. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, release the hands and forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, round the back again. Come into a plank position. This time, lower the knees and lower the front part of the body, coming all the way down. Hands set up underneath the shoulders, flatten out the feet. Press down through the pubic bone, engage the abs. Elbows are tucked as we come into cobra. Exhale, release down. Curl the toes, inhale. Press up and back to downward facing dog. Slide your right foot forward to your runner's lunge. Left foot slides forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Arms reaching overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Once again, roll the back forward, cat stretch. Really reach up through the back of the heart, coming into plank. Drop the knees, lower the front part of the body, going slowly with control. And then press up once again into your cobra. Lift the heart. Neck should be nice and neutral. No strain, no pain. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Slide the left foot forward for a runner's lunge. Slide the right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. And then once again, all the way up, arms overhead, hands to heart. Close your eyes for a moment. Ground down in those mountain legs. See if you can feel your body balanced, strong. If you can manage it with your eyes closed, maybe see if you can lift those heels up and maintain your balance, even if it's just a little bit. You're grounded, you're rooted. Lower the heels. I have to admit, I had a little wobble there myself, so if you did, don't feel bad. All right, from here, we're going to step back with the left leg. Coming into our standing warrior two. Take a look at your legs' alignment. Left toes are pointing up to the upper left corner of your mat. Dipping into your front right leg. externally rotate that right thigh. Lift up and zip up through the core. Draw the arms out, hands reaching east and west. Take a moment and feel your support and your central point of balance in your core body. And make sure that you're not leaning too far forward or too far back, but really dedicated right in the center plumb line. Breathe here, stay strong through the outer edge of that left leg. And then drop the left hand to the left thigh, right arm reaches up, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, palms up, exalted warrior. Exhale, palms down, warrior two. Once again, inhale, palms up, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten the front right leg and lift both arms up, bringing the palms together. Inhale at the top of this movement, and then exhale back to warrior two. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, warrior two. This time, just straighten the front right leg. We're going to reach out with the right arm, reaching forward, and then windmilling down. The right hand's going to come to the top of the right thigh or to a block if you prefer. You can always grab a block and have one nearby. And if you do, go ahead and just keep it on the highest level so that you can really support yourself here in triangle or trikonasana. Take a breath here, root down through those feet. They're holding you steady. You're grounded and rooted. And then inhale, use your core strength, come back up. Bend into that front right knee. Left arm swings around. Both hands come down to the mat. Come into a low runner's lunge. Drop the left knee, uncurl the left toes. Lift up, bring your hands to the top of the right thigh. Lift your heart, shoulders are rolling back. Breathe here, Anjaneyasana. Grounded and rooted. Slide your hands back down to the mat. Curl the left toe up. Lift your left knee up, rather. And slide the right leg back to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, cleansing breath. All right, we're going to slide the right leg forward, coming into pigeon. So you're going to slide that right foot forward. The pigeon's going to come. The left foot is going to come behind your left hand. I can't talk. Right hand comes behind left hand. Right knee comes behind right hand. That would be really difficult. So as you're starting to get into your pigeon position, you're aiming for your front thigh, your front shin to be parallel with the front of the mat. Before you settle down, pop up that left knee, create some space underneath the pelvis, and then start to sit back down using that space as you uncurl the left leg again. So wherever you are, if you feel like both of your hips are not coming down evenly on the mat, that's when you're going to grab your blanket at some height and just kind of tuck it under that right hip. So it's just enough to give you the support in the hips so that that right hip is not wobbling and left hanging up in the air. All right, so feel that sense of both hips being rooted down. And then as you're ready, you can bring the arms down, maybe to forearms. You can always bring them to your blocks and fold your arms up on the blocks if that's if that's easier for you. Or if you want to bring the arms and the head all the way down, then you can feel free to lower all the way down. We'll stay here for about a minute. Come back to your breath. Feel your body connecting to the earth. See if you can release the unclenching that occurs. Sometimes pigeon can feel a little uncomfortable, but as long as you're not in pain and you don't classify those sensations as pain, and try to use your breath. Continue to ease yourself through it. Release and relax. Stay with the stillness and listen to what arises. You're safe and secure. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And then begin to lift up through the front part of the body. Draw your hands back up underneath the shoulders. Curl the left toes. Lift, create space by lifting the left leg, and then slide the right leg back. Press back into your downward facing dog. And just take a nice organic stretch here. Do whatever feels good to release after that pigeon. And then while you're here, take a hand and slide that blanket on the other side of your mat just so that you're prepared for our next side. And then walk your feet forward, come to the front of the mat, Uttanasana. And one thing I didn't cue you very well the first time through, you may want to have a block nearby so that when we do go into that triangle on this side, you can have it easy to grab. All right, go ahead and lift all the way up. Arms going to reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Grounding and rooting through the feet. And then we'll step back with the right leg, setting up once again to begin in Warrior Two. So Warrior Two has a heel to arch alignment. Left heel is a straight line back into the arch of the right foot. Right toes are aimed up toward the upper right corner. Externally rotate the left thigh. Lift up and then extend your arms. Once again, feel back and forth. Feel that plumb line going directly from the crown down through your root and into the mat. Take a breath here as you hold steady. And then drop the right hand to the right thigh. Lift the left arm up. Exalted warrior. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, Warrior Two. Once again, lift. Exhale, Warrior Two. Straighten the front right knee. Inhale, both arms up. Reach the palms together. Exhale, back to Warrior Two. Dip into that knee. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, warrior two. This time straighten the front knee only. We're going to reach out with the left arm, reaching forward, 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 and then windmilling down, coming into triangle trikonasana, reaching for your foot, your ankle, the mat, or to a block. Open the chest, ground down through the outside of that right leg. Grounded, I am rooted. One more breath here. And this time we're just going to rotate the right arm down, bend the left knee, bring both hands down to the mat, slide the left foot back, press back into downward facing dog for a breath. Nice deep cleansing breath in. Exhale, release. Sliding the left foot forward this time, coming into our pigeon. Left knee behind left hand. Extend the right leg back before you come all the way down. Curl the right toes, create some space there between the mat and your pelvic floor, and then see if you can sit down directly into that space. Uncurl the right toes, then sink down. Decide if you need to bring that blanket underneath the left hip for support. Most of us need a little bit of that, so whether it's a little or a lot, test your waters. And then as you're ready, you can bend forward again, coming into your version of pigeon pose. Use that breath. Drop in and calm your system once again. See if you can unclench wherever you're holding. There's always someplace. I think in this one it's really easy to clench the glutes and the thighs. But you may be holding in a different place. See if you can drop down, feeling as if your body is just connecting to the soft mound of earth underneath. Sinking and relaxing. Stay here for about another minute. This is more of a yin posture, so we really need to stay in it a while to allow the body to respond and begin to release. And in yin postures, we're letting go of the tension that is connecting into the fascia tissue, the tendons, that layer of fascia that is covering the entire body, holding us together like a tight web. But we can release and we can start to find space so that the bones and muscles underneath can find more freedom. Let's take 5 more breaths here. One more breath. And then begin to raise your head wherever you are. Slide your hands back underneath the shoulders to support you. Bring that right leg up, create some space. Slide the left leg back. Once again, just press back into that really delicious downward facing dog now. Now it really feels good to me to lift one heel at a time and just push into each glute one at a time, lifting, alternating. Just feeling everything release. Boy, the lower back just gets a beautiful stretch here. And let's walk the feet forward, come back to the front of the mat. Inhale, slowly slide the hands up the body. Reach the arms up and overhead, and then bring them down to the heart center. All right, we've opened up our hips really wonderfully now. And to go along with our rooting and grounding practice, I wanted us to end with tree pose. So let's start with our weight and support in the right foot. Before you lift the left leg, picture that right foot, all four corners, and those roots reaching down, really connecting deeply into the earth. Coming right up through your legs, those roots come right up into your core. The trunk of your tree is nice and strong. Then you can lift that left leg up. Bring the foot either above or below the right knee. See if you can keep your balance here by finding a drishti point, someplace that does not move. Hands can come back to the heart. Or if you like, you can grow those branches high, lifting the arms up and reaching them toward the sky, the sun. I am grounded. I am rooted. With each breath, I connect to the earth. And the hands down, slowly let the left leg come back down. Take a breath in your mountain pose. Start the process on the other side. Ground down through that left foot. Feel those roots uncurl, dig into the earth. Feel the energy draw up, solidify your tree trunk. And then lift your right leg up. Find that spot where you can focus with your eyes to help keep your balance, your concentration. Stay with your breath. This moment, connecting, grounding. And then as you're ready, if you like, you can grow your branches once again. Inhaling and drawing in that breath of life. As you're ready, bring your arms down. Gently and slowly bring your right foot down. Come back to mountain pose. All right, let's draw the arms up and overhead. We'll begin to flow down as we come into Uttanasana once again. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen through that spine. Exhale and fold. Step back, come into downward facing dog one more time. And then we'll drop the knees, come down to our seat, and swing the legs around. We'll roll all the way down. On and the back. Well deserved. If you like, you can draw the knees into the chest. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock and roll back and forth. Ooh, it feels really good after, especially after that pigeon and the tree pose. Massage the sacrum. Maybe have a hand on each knee and just create some little circles around the sacrum. Gentle little massaging circles. And then bring those the other way. Always reversing, balancing out. And then bring both feet down to the mat. Go ahead and extend your left leg all the way down. Draw the right knee into the chest. Hug your right knee into the chest. Left hand to the outside of the right knee, right arm into a T off the shoulder. Draw that knee over to the left. Nice little lower back twist here. Very gentle. Stretch through the outer part of the hip, the piriformis. Relax your right shoulder down. Coax your right ear toward the mat. Inhale, draw the right knee up to center. Extend your right leg down the mat. Draw the left knee in. Hug that knee in. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Left arm extends. And gently draw that left leg over to the right. Once again, soften your left shoulder. And if it feels appropriate, you can drop your left ear toward the mat. Remember to unclench again wherever you might be holding. Just do a little body scan. Continually remind yourself that this is the time to let go. Release. You're safe. You're supported. Inhale, let's bring that left leg back up. Extend both legs down the mat and go ahead and just set up for whatever version of Shavasana speaks to you tonight. If you want to support, if you want to bolster underneath the knees, the blanket, just find what your body is calling for, find what feels good. Slow, deep breath in. Feel it come into the lungs, expand, and then slowly release it out. Visualize yourself in a beautiful spot in the earth, maybe in some grass. Something soft, something yielding. And feel your body sink in and connect. Sinking in so that you can't tell where the earth ends and your body begins. You are a part of every aspect of the earth. Our cells are the same as the cells and the atoms of the trees and the grass and the air the water. We manifest differently, but we are all the same. I am grounded. I am rooted. I am safe. I am secure. Now begin to draw that breath back with more intention in and out of your body. Lift up your fingers and hands, drawing some circles with the wrists, wiggling the fingers, waking up the toes. As you're ready, drawing the feet up to the mat, offering yourself another beautiful hug around the knees. And begin to transition back to a seated position where we'll close practice together. Let's draw the arms up, reaching overhead, reaching toward the universe, space, all that connects us. And then draw those hands down to the heart center, to that which is our foundation inside. We are grounded, we are rooted. We are safe. We are secure. Thank you so much, as always, for practicing with me tonight. And namaste. Thank you.